he also called, and whom he called, he also justified, and whom he justified, he also glorified. Romans 8 verse 30. Lesson 2. And he appointed 12, so that they may be with him, and that he might send them out to preach. Mark 3 verse 14. Lesson 3. And Jesus said to Simon, do not be afraid, for now you will be able to catch men. Luke 5 verse 10. Lesson 4. He first found his brother Simon and said, We have found a Messiah. And we have found a Messiah. And that he took it to him, and then he brought him to Jesus. John 1 verse 41 to 42.
Lesson 1. Common men called. Moreover, whom he predestined, he also called, and whom he called, he also justified, and whom he justified, he also glorified. Lesson 2. Called by Jesus Christ. And he appointed 12, that they may be with him, and he may send them out to preach. Lesson 3. Peter, made a leader. Peter, made a leader. And Jesus said to Simon, do not be afraid. From now on you will catch men. Lesson 4. Andrew, introducing men to Christ. Andrew, introducing men to Christ. Andrew introduced men to Christ. He first found his brother Simon and said to him, we have found the Messiah. And then he brought him to Christ. Lesson 5. James, zealous for God's kingdom. Then Jesus said to his disciples, if you don't want to follow me, you must let him deny himself, pick up his own cross, and follow me. Lesson 6. John, the apostle of love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. Lesson 7. Philip, the pragmatic disciple. And the following day, Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and found Philip and said to him, follow me. Lesson 8. Nathaniel, Bartholomew, apostle without hypocrisy, and even so you also outdraw yourself as righteous to men. Inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness.
Lesson 1. Common men called. Moreover, whom he predestined, these he also called. Whom he called, these he also justified. And whom he justified, these he also glorified. Romans 8 verses 30. Lesson 2. Called by Jesus Christ. Then he appointed 12, that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach. Mark 3 verses 14. Lesson 3. Peter made a leader. And Jesus said to Simon, do not be afraid, from now on you will catch men. Luke 5 verses 10b. Lesson 4. Andrew introducing men to Christ. He first found his own brother Simon and said to him, we have found the Messiah, which is translated the Christ, and he brought him to Jesus. John 1 verses 41 to 42a. Lesson 5. James, zealous for God's kingdom. Then Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Matthew 16 verses 24. Lesson 6. John, the apostle of love. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. 1 John 4 verses 7. Lesson 7. Philip, pragmatic disciple. The following day, Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and he found Philip and said, follow me. John 1 verses 43. Lesson 8. Nathaniel, Bartholomew, apostle without hypocrisy. Even so, you also outwardly appear righteous to men, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Matthew 23 verses 28. Lesson 9. Matthew and Thomas the twin. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also wood and clay, some for honor and some for dishonor. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from the latter, he will be a vessel for honor, sanctified and useful for the master, prepared for every good work. 2 Timothy 2 verses 20 to 21. Lesson 10. James the Less, Simon the Zealot, and Judas not Iscariot. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think of anything as being from ourselves, but our sufficiency is from God. 2 Corinthians 3 verses 5. Lesson 11. Judas Iscariot, the traitor. Then Judas, his betrayer, seeing that he had been condemned, was remorseful, and brought back the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned by betraying innocent blood. And they said, What is that to us? You see to it. Matthew 27 verses 3 to 4. Lesson 12. Paul, persecutor, became apostle to the Gentiles. But by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace towards me was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of God. Yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. 1 Corinthians 15 verses 10.
Let's rise up. Yes, keep clapping for them. Keep clapping.